Okay, so let's transform this Transformers Gigawatt Back to the Future crossover. The first step you have to do is turn the car over and then undo these little flaps here on the bottom. They are quite stiff, however they do feel nice to open. Step 2, we turn the car back over and we open those famous gull wing doors. Nice and easy, I think you will agree. Step 3, we open up the back of the car, much like an old G1 Transformer. And then step 4, we turn the bottom around at the waist, like so. Step 5, we pull apart his legs and open his legs up wide. Now in step 6 we turn it over again, and this is a weird one. You have to sort of push these exhaust vents down, like so. Hard to explain. And then for step 7 you will see that it's actually moved the foot, or the feet I should say, and then we just flatten these off. Now, first time I did that I actually pulled those feet completely off, so you don't want to do that. Step 8, a nice easy one, is we just close these shin flaps back up. You always want to keep your shin flaps shut. Now step 9, this is an interesting one. We turn the wheels into flight mode. Hard to explain. And you'll see why in a moment, because it does something really strange. Now that one's already done it. It's easier to do step 9 and 10 at the same time because you actually turn them into flight mode and then turn them again. So really, you're doing a full 180 with the wheels there. There's one hinge and then another hinge. So sometimes you don't know which hinge you've actually hinged. Now step 11 is you fold these really small little flaps down. Careful with these because I almost snapped these off the first time I had it. They look very delicate. Look how small they are. Interesting little flaps. Now for step 12 we open his arms up outside like so. Careful it doesn't catch on the doors behind. Nice and easy. And then for step 13 we open up his fists. Now interestingly they're not completely closed inside the wrists there. They are at like a 45-degree angle. But there we go. That was easy to do. Looking very skinny there now, isn't he? Anyway, next up, here's where it gets a bit weird. We flip the bonnet down, or the hood for those of you in America, and we're only meant to flip it down to here. Because in step 15 we have to flip this awkward, now I can never remember which way this flips, that way, the flux capacitor panel over, like so. Just make sure it is actually snapped into position. The next step, we close the hood down and we'll put that tab into that hole there. Should be a nice fit. There we go. Nice snap noise there. Now step 17 is we're going to pull the hood out again accidentally. Get back in there. We're going to put the arms in. Now this is an interesting one. Don't know if you can see this. We've got to put that flat tab there inside the hole in the arm sockets, which you can't see very well. But hopefully it'll make more sense as I do this. So I'm not sure why. This is why your wheels have to be completely down. There we go. We'll just push that onto there. And the other side, that tab into the notch like so. A little awkward, but I think you might be able to see that all lined up in there and in there. If your wheels aren't completely transformed correctly, then you will get a bit of fouling on that, and that'll prevent you from shutting those properly. Anyway, so that is it for the transformation. All you do after that is add his accessories. Now, you get a couple. You get his gun. And the Mr. Fusion device, which slots on the top of the gun and doesn't stay very well at all. You'll find this thing pings off continuously. It's actually easier if it goes on the side like that. And of course, his hook, his conductor hook. I think that's the name of it. That's what I'm going to call it anyway, the conductor hook. And it falls off. Should fit nicely. Get in there. So there we go. Gigawatt is now transformed.